Thanks for joining us here on our YouTube channel. Hope you're all well. In this afternoon's live stream, we're showing the unforgettable League Cup tie at Liverpool in 1992. Hope it brings back some great memories for those who were there. Let's join our commentator, Simon Clark.
It's Chesterfield's big night at Anfield, but Liverpool come into this game with several changes and unfamiliar names in Charnock wearing 8, Hutchinson 9 and Kozma, the Hungarian, one of the two substitutes. Chesterfield just one change to their side. There's no McGugan tonight. Lee Rogers wears 6 and takes his place. Referee is Pip Wright. He comes from just down the road at Northwich, and Liverpool get us started in the second round first leg tie in the Coca-Cola Cup. Chesterfield dispossessed by Redknapp. Now Walters down the right. Still going and fouled by Stuart Cash. The summer signing for Chesterfield. And so the Blues having to defend an early free kick from Liverpool. It's Malby with it. To steal feeling the effects of that. On the right of your picture. So the cross in there, and it's Tony Bryan away for Chesterfield. Marsh, Malby again. Burrows popping up on the right. This is Charnock. Tanner in pursuit, that's out of play. So that's a throw into Chesterfield. And there's Steve Williams wearing 4 today, but I think playing in an orthodox right back position. Plays anywhere on the park for Chesterfield. Came as a striker from Mansfield. Now Lancaster. Should be a Chesterfield throw, but Philip Wright's arm indicates a Liverpool throw, which Burrows takes. Norris chases. There's Wright. And now Marsh again. He's aiming towards Redknapp, but gives the opportunity for Cash to clear his lines. Up to the halfway line. Throw to Liverpool. There by Mark Wright, so he's forced to go back to his keeper. First time from James. Rosenthal out jumps Bryan, but Rogers is there to support him. Leonard. Morris. Marsh ties it up for Liverpool. Well, Chesterfield come here unbeaten in 7 games. Whereas Liverpool, of course, conceded 4 on Saturday against Aston Villa. And I just wonder how big this gulf is between the new 3rd Division and the Premier League. Well, the next 90 minutes will go some way to answering that. Hebbard. It's a nice ball inside by Carr. Played out to the right. Offside against Lancaster, though. David Burrows will take it. He leaves it to Malby. Now Burrows, back to Malby. Right for Liverpool. Got Marsh outside him, and here too is Redknapp. Redknapp gives chase, and a good tackle there by Cash. He'll be forced to concede the corner, but that was good defending from the Chesterfield man. Bryan has spotted the short corner. Walters to Malby. Marsh again, back inside to Malby. Marsh helps it on to Burrows. That's out of play. A couple of times down this touchline, Liverpool have overhit passes. So Chesterfield have the throw, and Williams comes across to take it again. Burrows away. Good play by Hutchinson. Down the left-hand side, cuts inside. But Hebbard tidies up for Chesterfield with Bryan. This is Norris. Bryan again. Williams. Burrows takes it on for Liverpool. Good play here. And now Mulby down the middle for the Reds. First attacking move of great purpose, but he's crashed it against the legs of Stuart Cash, and then over the bar from Jamie Redknapp. And perhaps a little more composure could have placed that one on target. That one blocked by Cash, and Redknapp deciding to go immediately for a blast which went over. Just waiting for Leonard to take the goal kick. It's Notts County, and there it comes. Morris wins the header. Williams can't get there, but was that off the Liverpool man? Just off the shoulder of Williams. This is Teller. It's right. Now Marsh. Marsh finds Rosenthal, and Walters linking well. Now Redknapp, but Chesterfield closing him down well in midfield. Nice little flick from Walters, booted away by Rogers. Norris is beaten to it by Wright. Williams to chase. Leonard in good form. Starred for Chesterfield in their recent 0-0 down at Gillingham. This is Morris. And now Carr. His cross then towards the far post. Lancaster was rather squeezed out on that one. And that gives the opportunity for Liverpool to clear the lines. Lancaster fighting well. Lemon across there to boot it clear. Has that come off a Liverpool pair of legs? It has. Hutchinson the man, so a Chesterfield throw. Good position this for the Blues. Williams again. Rogers looking for Morris. And Morris has made it a chance, and there's Norris. He scored for Chesterfield. 6 minutes gone, and Liverpool have been beaten by Chesterfield's first strike on goal. A typical Chesterfield move, in which Rogers picks out Andy Morris, the big man. He outleaped the England defender, and at close quarters there was Steve Norris to poke it home. Chesterfield leading here at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Chesterfield 1, 6 minutes gone. Well, that certainly has got the left-hand end, the Anfield Road end, buzzing. It's where the Chesterfield fans are massed, and there are a good number of them here too, about 4,500 in that end alone. And I've noticed that one or two of them are perched high above over the pitch on the far side, the Kremlin Road end. That's the new stand, of course, the new extension. So plenty of support here coming in from North Derbyshire. Looking again for one of the big men. It was Lancaster that time, but Liverpool got it clear. As far as Hibbard. Hibbard, of course, playing in the First Division just a couple of seasons ago for Derby County. Rosenthal, was he held up there? Looks for the free kick. It's not given. This is Bryan. Marsh. Redknapp. Marsh again. Liverpool trying to play the neat football with Walters. Mulby. And that's a foul on Hutchinson. Quickly taken. Walters, the chance. Closed down by Lancaster. Burrows. And now Rosenthal. He's in the clear. That's a good square ball, but good tackle there. That's terrific stuff from Trevor Hibbard. Walters sizing himself up for the kick. Burrows has incidentally gone down injured. A little bang on his ankle there. But that was great defending from Chesterfield. Look at that. That was Trevor Hibbard. Super tackle. And it's given Liverpool a corner, which Mulby will take. Appeared to be a hand up there, but if it was accidental, and Hibbard has given the ball away to Marsh. Redknapp. Taylor. Redknapp again. Seen a lot of the ball is young Jamie Redknapp. Marsh. Redknapp once more. This ball to Marsh wasn't too good, and that gives Chesterfield the opportunity to bring it back under control with big Andy Morris. Hibbard. Morris is in pursuit, but that should be Tanner's all the way. Back to David James it goes. Morris. Well, the Chesterfield fans in good singing voice tonight. It's their chants you can hear. And that's easy for McLennan. And cheers from the Chesterfield fans massed behind him. It's party time for them. Liverpool 0, Chesterfield 1. Morris again. He's outbeaten right once more, but this time it was illegal. And there's a free kick to Liverpool. Redknapp once more. Now a chance for Sharnock to show his paces, but not given much time at all by Chesterfield with Morris. Still has it, the big man. Carr gives it away. Liverpool have it with Mulby. This is Walters. Hutchinson to Marsh. Still the triangles here, and now a chance for Rosenthal down the right, but that was well read. But Norris beaten to the ball on the 50-50 by Wright, but Liverpool are still offside. Rosenthal, in fact, the furthest forward for the Reds, and gives a chance for McLennan to ease the pressure on himself and the defence with this free kick. It's off Marsh for a throw-in to Chesterfield. Carr's come across to take it. Cash. Having that one across the face, and Tanner not getting a good header on it at all. And that carries it away for a corner kick to Chesterfield. Morris in the middle of the picture. Norris at the far post. Comes Rogers. The replacement today for McGugan, the big man who is unfit for this one. Stuart Cash to take the corner. And that's easy enough for David James. And he immediately finds, well, I thought he'd found Wright there, but he's given it straight away. And now Chesterfield have it back with Norris on the far side. His chance to cross. And Williams was back there causing all manner of problems, but Liverpool can probably bring it away with Hutchinson. And a free kick given against Hibbard. It's a bit harsh. Holding back, says the referee, but Hibbard seemed to make a perfectly decent challenge to me. Walters. Pressure's come across with him. Oh, that's a tremendous tackle. That's an absolutely brilliant tackle from the former Forest man. Just ask Mark Walters if you don't believe me. He certainly knows all about it. The referee's going to speak to Stuart Cash. Well, that seemed perfectly all right to me. Played the ball, but he's given a free kick to Liverpool. That seemed to be a brilliant tackle. There you are. Liverpool have the free kick. It's a poor one from Mulby, and Williams can get it clear. Mulby. Rosenthal. Still, Liverpool have yet to trouble Mick Leonard in the Chesterfield net. Lancaster and Morris couldn't quite work that one out. They've got a chance again, but offside against Morris. Not from there, says referee Pip Wright. Not from there either, but we'll get away with it. Morris. Good tackle, Marsh. And then he gives it away to Bryan. A bit ambitious, trying to get Lancaster away down the right, but overhit the ball. Burrow's making a bit of a hash of that one. But Liverpool bring it away with Wright. And cheers from the Chesterfield fans. Behind me, Leonard. It wasn't a very good ball from Wright at all. Morris. And a chance here for Norris in between, and Wright had to be there and alert to it. Another opportunity there for Chesterfield. Once again the flick on from big Andy Morris. And Norris almost in there. A good tackle and a good defensive clearance from Mark Wright. Good skill there from Morris. Carr with the cross, headed away by Hutchinson. Only as far here as Lemon. Or rather it's Rogers, and Rogers tries to cross it and doesn't do too well with it. Should be a Chesterfield throw. Free kick against Mark Wright, bit of pushing in the back. So who wants to take this one? Is it to be Carr or is it to be Lemon? It's Lemon to take it. And almost reaching Lancaster. Could come to Hibbert. Hibbert to Williams. Bryan, first time ball driven in there, but Norris is offside. It was a nice move though by Chesterfield. They worked it well, their touch was excellent. Both Hibbert and Williams linking well there, but Liverpool now come down the right hand side, so defending for Chesterfield to do. Carr and Walters. Walters gets the cross in this time, and it could almost reach Hutchinson before it's scooped away, and again Chesterfield defend well, and Morris brings it out for them. It gives it away. And it needs Stuart Cash to come across and save the day for Chesterfield. I think in doing so he wins himself a throw-in too. That's how to play. Well, I bet so far Mick Leonard's thinking, I wish all games were like this. Because Liverpool really haven't created anything in front of his goal. To play for a Liverpool throw, which Marsh will take. Cash to Carr. Tanner to Wright. Isn't the most convincing of headers. Wright forced to concede the throw. So Chesterfield happy to push forward and not sit on that one goal advantage that they have. Goal coming after 6 minutes. Now they'll have to defend because Hibbert's been outstripped here by Walters. Cash comes across there, but Walters is passed into the goal line, and Rosenthal and Mulby, and really with Hutchinson at the far post on his left foot, Liverpool making a complete hash of that. Excellent work down the right by Walters, but his pass wasn't too brilliant. But when the goal was a begging, Liverpool decided to be a little bit too fancy and try and walk it in, and the result is no goal to them. Morris, Mulby, Marsh coming forward for Liverpool. A little deflection there and a little fumble from the keeper, but he grabbed it at the second attempt. Probably just deceived a little bit by the flight of the ball after the deflection. To throw into Chesterfield. Lemon, crossfield ball there, that's one for Williams to chase. I think it'll be too far ahead of him, but he was willing, the fullback, to come forward and join the attack. Good sign for Chesterfield, that. Rodgers into the stand. Burrows looks up, picks his man was Walters. A good header away from Bryan, but he's back with Burrows. Now Mulby. Still got Lancaster there, and Walters ahead of him, and here is Walters. Keeps it in play. Some good challenges there, but Liverpool still have it with Mulby. Cross to Marsh, well taken by Marsh. Rosenthal peels off to the right for Liverpool, but can't get past Stuart Cash, who's had an admirable game so far. Here's Norris. Mulby tackles him. Mulby again to Marsh. Rosenthal stayed outright. Redknapp. It's headed away once more. We haven't seen too much of Redknapp in the last 5 minutes or so. Burrows trying to force his way past Lancaster. Obstruction against Lancaster, says the linesman. He objects. He'll have to defend because Liverpool have the free kick. Headed away by Lemon. Hibbard's under it. And Hibbard wins it. And then Wright wins it off Hibbard, the two Derby teammates of not so long ago. Good heading tennis. Williams is in there, and Chesterfield have got it away down the right-hand side. Hibbard and Wright pursue, and the younger man is victorious, but only just. Tanner. Inevitably on the right, Marsh. Now it's Rosenthal, trying to get past Bryan. Does well, Rosenthal. A chance for him to shoot, and he does shoot, and a good save that from McLennan. And probably Liverpool's most purposeful move of the game so far. Ronnie Rosenthal A good low, accurate shot. And a solid save from Mick Leonard. But Chesterfield still have the lead. It came after 6 minutes, remember, from Steve Norris at close quarters. Over to Carr. Carr's giving it away. Walters. Rosenthal to Walters again. A little bit of a trip there by Trevor Hebbert, who acknowledges his mistake to the referee. He's happy to let play continue with the quick free kick. Burrows. Good defending by Chesterfield once more. Mulby, the man they always look to in the middle of midfield to get them restarted, Liverpool, but he's given it away that time. Here's Norris for Chesterfield. Lemon to Morris. Lemon's come short again, and he and Morris somehow contrived to work an opening before Tanner closed it. Now Walters. Lemon is the man that's tracked him back. The cross comes in there, only as far as Cash, and it's away for a corner kick. Highly impressed with the contribution of Stuart Cash so far. He really has put in a solid performance so far this evening. Corner kick then, it's to be played in by Walters. Morris is there defending. He's had another good game as well. Mulby. Morris again, but it could come here, but it couldn't quite break for Hutchinson from Tanner, and the long boot from Chesterfield gives them a moment's relief. Oh, it's closing down quickly on David James. I'll tell you what, he was happy to get that one away. Some frustration you sense in the Liverpool crowd. Walters. Oh, she's crossed this time into Rosenthal. Back to Walters now, chance for him. And once more the opportunity spurned by Liverpool. Walters on that occasion, he felt he should have done better with that effort than sky it as he did. Now it's Norris. Can't get past Tanner. It's well Tanner. Quite who Marsh was aiming that one towards is anybody's guess, but it was certainly overhit. Morris again. He really has won so many of the aerial battles, but that time Lancaster legally fouling Tanner. Right. Marsh to Redknapp. Marsh follows up once more. He could take the return here. A good opportunity and a good shot there with the left foot. That was another good Liverpool effort. Mike Marsh came in from right fullback. Mulby. He spotted Rosenthal ahead of him, and Rosenthal first time isn't far wide. And Liverpool start to get closer to the target. That's the best effort by far. That time Rosenthal unlocking the defence down the right hand side for Liverpool, latching onto the long ball from Mulby, and he wasn't that far wide. Right, James is in trouble here, and Lancaster has scored for Chesterfield. An horrendous mistake by Liverpool. Wright putting his goalkeeper under all sorts of pressure with an appalling back pass. James couldn't control it. In stole Lancaster. Morris creating the problem, but Wright just had no idea where his goalkeeper was. He couldn't pick it up from there. And Lancaster happy to accept the opportunity to make it Liverpool 0, Chesterfield 2. We've been gone half an hour. Well, opportunities for Chesterfield in this game have been few and far between, and they've scored from 2 of them. Lemon, that's a lovely ball to Lancaster. He's onside here, and that really has lifted the spirits of the Blues. And a cross in there. And James across to meet it before Morris and Norris, that lethal combination, could get in and create the third. My word. I bet that scoreline has been flashed all over the country as Redknapp chases onto that one. Leonard claims it. And there'll be a few gasps, I can tell you. Morris once more. Norris is trying to get underneath it. Wright is there, and Burrows away for Liverpool. Back to Bryan. His ball's picked out. Norris. Oh, he's turned inside beautifully there. Norris going all the way. Can he get past the Liverpool defence? Well, 3 men were too many for him. But that really has given Chesterfield all the confidence in the world. But some defending for them to do now as Redknapp comes forward for Liverpool. Walters once more. Redknapp looks to his right hand side where Walters has peeled off. Walters for Liverpool. Beats Morris. Gets past Carr. Rosenthal now. This is dangerous. Hutchinson. And there's a chance here for Charnock that he should have done more with. But again wide by Liverpool. And you have to perhaps reward Chesterfield with the credit of closing down the Liverpool attackers. Well, here's a chance for Heather, but that's just too far ahead of him. Cash will take the throw in, but just listen to those Chesterfield fans. We all knew that Liverpool were not at their strongest and that Chesterfield have come off this unbeaten run, but who would have expected Chesterfield to have a 2-goal advantage approaching half-time? But Williams needs to do some work here to keep it blank up to the interval. He does well to clear that one away for a Liverpool throw. Charnock can't get past the Chesterfield defence, massed in numbers. Hutchinson. It's for Walters. And he didn't bring it under control too well, but he has a chance now to run at Andy Morris, the centre forward of Chesterfield. Back in a defensive role. Inside to Rosenthal. Rosenthal now finds Mulby. Will he have a shot? He will, but it's wide, well wide. And the jeers from the Chesterfield crowd ring out once more. Well, busload after busload came here. In fact, many of them didn't get into the ground until about 7:15. At about 10 minutes past, that Chesterfield end was almost deserted, and then suddenly packed, as the buses would obviously have arrived together. And I'm sure that 1 or 2 Chesterfield fans will have milled outside this famous stadium as Rosenthal finds Leonard in his way, looking at the Shankly Gate and the Hillsborough Memorial and soaking in the atmosphere. What is a huge game for them. They've been at Wembley in the last 3 years, of course, and that was a great day out, but today they have a chance of some glory. I suppose they had on that day, but Cambridge beat them. But they're certainly enjoying themselves today. They're 2-0 up, remember, against mighty Liverpool. Williams. Lancaster couldn't bring it under control. He claims he was held there by Burrows, and I think he had justification. Liverpool have it with Burrows. Inside to Walters, and a good chance here for Charnock, and that is brilliant defending by Carr, who read that one so wonderfully well. Then he was fouled by Burrows. Bryan not too happy with that challenge, and I don't think the referee is either. Now Lemon and Burrows called to the referee, and now the referee saying, I've seen it, I know what I'm going to do with it, and on this occasion it's not to be a booking. Probably acknowledging the Liverpool players pleased that he made a genuine attempt to play the ball, but certainly that was a little bit nasty. But Carr rolled the tackle well, and he's okay. Morris again. He's won all the flick-ons just about, and now Norris. Norris just pondering a little bit too much on the ball. You can criticise the Chesterfield players too much, because to have a 2-0 advantage at Liverpool is something very, very few teams have managed in the past few years. Lemon. That second goal has really given Chesterfield a little extra. They're so much more comfortable on the ball. And Liverpool start playing balls like that. Hibberd. Rodgers' ball was cut out there by Marsh, but there's a good challenge and a bad tackle, and the referees let it play on. I can't believe it. Rosenthal to Redknapp, and Bryan just a little heel there to get the ball clear. The Chesterfield man is still down. I think it's Hibberd, in fact, that's the man down. No, Hibberd's there. I'll tell you who it is in a moment. But that was well, it seemed to me a very bad challenge indeed on the Chesterfield player. Leonard booted out of play. You can now have treatment for the Chesterfield man. It could be Lancaster, in fact, the big man. So Dave Rushbury comes on to administer treatment, and the treatment is duly administered, and we can restart. I thought that would be one where Liverpool would have thrown it back to the goalkeeper. They didn't. This is a competitive cup tie, they will argue perhaps. Lemon coming more and more into this game. Right, back to Tanner this time. Heavens above if it was to his goalkeeper. Burrows. And jeers from the Chesterfield crowd. A couple of nasty incidents they're not too pleased about. But when they look to the scoreboard, their smiles will return. Liverpool 0, Chesterfield 2. It's worth repeating. Lemon, Hibberd, Walters and Redknapp win it for Liverpool. Marsh into Walters. He's trying to make himself an opening, but again he's wide. And so often we've seen that in this first half, where Liverpool have tried to create an opening, and that final shot has been quite simply rubbish. Morris wants this one, but Wright is the winner of the header initially, but it matters little for Chesterfield because they've won it back, and here is Morris. Carr on the outside, his cross there. Norris is there, and it's on target from Lancaster. Great header that from Lancaster, and so nearly Chesterfield's third of the night. But a good save from the goalkeeper. Thrown to, that's offside in fact. It's against Norris. 31st birthday today for Steve Norris. Came into the professional game late. He's plied his trade along the path of the lower divisions. I think became a professional 6 years ago, at the age of 25. He was playing for Telford in non-league football in those days. He's played at Carlisle and Halifax, Scarborough. He's got a good scoring rate. And of course, he has one to his credit tonight. Lancaster the other. Morris can't beat Marsh with that one. So Liverpool, with time running out in this first half, try and mount something and get themselves back into the game. Rodgers. Off the leg of Burrows, that's a throw into Chesterfield once more. Crashing tackle there from Tanner, and challenge, and in the end Morris gets it away, but Marsh, I think, is always going to be favourite for that one. Rosenthal slips, Tony Bryan clears, only as far as Hutchinson. Rosenthal is onside, and now Walters off the back of Hebbard's legs for a corner kick. Well, it looked like it came off the back of Hebbard's legs anyway. Doesn't matter, it's a goal kick for Chesterfield and they're happy to take that. Morris. And Norris a chance here, but James is there to meet it. Just for a moment, you thought that combination had worked again. And Norris has run into Nicky Tanner somehow. Claims it was an accident. Referee agrees. And we'll restart with a drop ball. Tanner's now back on his feet. Chesterfield sportingly, this time, give it to Liverpool, unlike the earlier incident. And Liverpool didn't pay them that compliment. Morris. And here's the rejuvenated Tanner. Charnock. He's now with Lancaster. Good challenge there from Hutchinson. Rodgers. They were trying to set up that first goal move again. Lemon almost caught in possession. Bryan helps him out. And Norris. Is he offside? Looks to the linesman. So offside against Norris. Charnock. Bryan away for Chesterfield. Burrows. Wasn't too certain about what he was going to do there, but his right peg helps him out on that occasion. Rosenthal. Walters. Good chance here for Walters, and Charnock is in there. He was always looking for, well, a decision on that one, I think. He was always losing his feet from the moment he entered the penalty area. He was never ever going to get anything. So he kept on his feet and tried to make more of it than he did. Williams for Chesterfield. Bryan once more. Covered. And he seemed to be clouted there as the ball went out of play, but he's happy enough to get on with the play. And he'll restart us with a throw-in. Headed back inside, looking for Lemon. Hebbard. Lancaster, yes, he was certainly being pulled there. He was pulled initially by Burrows, and then he caught Burrows' foot as he went down. So that's dangerous play according to referee Pip Wright. And Chesterfield have a chance to end the half in a very useful position indeed. Lemon left-footed. Morris is the target. I think he's just overhit it a bit, that one. Morris was well marshalled there by Mark Wright. He knows he's been in a game today, the England centre-back. And Andy Morris is the man that's given him that game. That'll do us, that's half time. And when this one's flashed around the scoreboards of the country at half time, they won't quite believe it. Believe it, it's true. Norris and Lancaster the scorers, as the scoreline at half time reads Liverpool 0, Chesterfield 2. An early feel of the ball in the second half for David James. Mulby. Now in the second half, let me tell you that Liverpool have brought on Kozma, the Hungarian. He was supposed to be somewhere on the right hand side there, but that was too far ahead of Redknapp on that occasion. Kozma has replaced Sharnock. It's going to be a free kick. Stuart Cash will take it. Here is Kozma. Marsh. Kozma again. Hutchinson. Back to the Hungarian. Oh, he's through Stuart Cash there. And he looks like a useful customer. We don't know too much about him, except that he was playing in Scotland before he joined Liverpool. Right, and there was almost the opening goal for Liverpool. I think the final boot was a Chesterfield boot, probably Tony Bryan, but Leonard alert to the danger. It's going to be a Chesterfield throw. There's the Chesterfield bench. Steve Hetzke and Dave Rushbury sounding out their instructions. Lancaster, Norris. Some changes going in there. Morris. To Redknapp. Cash inside. Mark Wright. And a chance for Lancaster. And Lancaster has scored for Chesterfield. 3 minutes into the second half. And Mark Wright has made another blunder in the Liverpool defence to set up Dave Lancaster. What an amazing scoreline as Lancaster latches on to the error from Mark Wright to score his second of the night, Chesterfield's third. It's Liverpool 0, it's Chesterfield 3. Hutchinson gives it away to Lemon. Now there will be talking around the other grounds for certain. 3-0. Have to pay credit to Steve Norris there. It was he, of course, that put Wright under pressure. And here's the scorer, Lancaster, in defence, trying to get Norris away. And Wright knocks it out of play. Don't think he meant to, but he did. The cop, at this point, is silent. Norris. It's a corner kick. And Norris turns to the crowd and urges them to cheer more and louder. And the policeman there trying to get the Chesterfield fans to sit down. And they're living in a dream world, both the police and the Chesterfield fans, as the corner comes and Lancaster and David James collided there, and James went down under that challenge, and so I think he's won himself a free kick. How can you tell 4,500 Chesterfield fans to sit down when their side is winning 3-0? Dear me, I've never seen anything like it. I don't suppose Merseyside Constabulary have either. Walters. Right. Cosma. That's a good ball to Walters. Cosma has got it in there to Rosenthal, who scored. That's a brilliant goal for Liverpool. Superb opening created by Cosma. His initial ball into Walters. The return back found Rosenthal superbly. Very difficult one to defend against. A lovely cross that. And a super finish from Rosenthal. So Liverpool back in the game. But still 3-1 down. Cosmo again. It matters little because the free kick has to be retaken. Mulby almost in the clear there. Brian on his knees to head that one. Let's give Liverpool their composure back. How will they make it tell? Cash. Probably the best Chesterfield player on the park. And that's of quite a few. Lemon. Just a bit too far ahead of Lancaster, but Williams now with a chance, and that wasn't far over for number 4. Williams again joining from fullback. Remember, he has a striker's pedigree, and he was just a whisker over. Rosenthal outgill the arms as soon as the ball comes near him. Walters. Rosenthal again. Corner kick. The Kop animated for the first time since the 6th minute. Burrows. Walters. Chance for Marsh. Oh, he's done well, Marsh, here. Good goalkeeping there, because Leonard spotted the danger of Marsh coming through when his defenders were rather static in defence. So Trevor Hebbard, the skipper, really going to have to lift his men to keep them going. They're 3-1 up, remember. Lancaster pushed off it easily by Redknapp. And now Rosenthal. Is he offside? No, he's hit the post. He's onside and hit the post. And this is a great opportunity for Liverpool. Here's Walters. And that's offside, says the referee. Well, Philip Wright gave that offside, miles away from the play. When they couldn't hear his whistle, he should have at least sort of gone towards the play and blown it again, perhaps, because it's quite noisy Anfield, because both sets of supporters have got something to cheer about. Liverpool, the fact they've just scored a goal and were on the attack. Chesterfield, the fact they're leading by 3-1. So noise all around here. Not a big crowd in, about 12,500. But when everybody starts to cheer, it does become a noisy old place. That's going to be a free kick to Chesterfield. Carl was clearly manhandled there by Cosma. Lemon takes it. Oh, and a header there! Oh, and it couldn't be followed in by Morris. Norris's little header. A fumble save from David James. And again, Chesterfield come within a whisker of 4. Morris can't believe how it missed him. So Cash with the corner kick. And Chesterfield may not have finished their scoring spree yet. And James has missed it! And Morris and Norris look to one another, and Lancaster as well, and I think Norris doesn't realise how near he was then. Just needed to put a toe end on that one. Back it comes in again. This time Liverpool get it away. As far as Cash, who drives it straight back there to Carr. To Lemon, rather. Lemon now with the crossing. Norris was hanging loose, and now Williams! And some desperate defending by Liverpool. Well, what a game this is. Unbelievable stuff. Handball against Lemon. Quickly taken by Liverpool. Hutchinson inside to Cosma. He's down the middle this time. And then wants a little bit too much with it, and Hibbert gets it away. But offside against Norris. Burrows. It's going to be a free kick. Is it? Or is it going to be a throw? It's going to be a throw. To Chesterfield. Cash just acknowledging that with the referee. But that was not a good ball to Hibbert. And here's Mark Walters on target, good save, but it's rolled back to Hutchinson, who scored. Liverpool second, and Liverpool right back in it now. A good save initially. The Chesterfield defenders rather flat-footed. Hutchinson picked his spot. He did well. Good save. That was a swinging ball. Look at the Chesterfield defence all over the place, and that was a sweet finish from Hutchinson. So Chesterfield, who might have been 4-1 up quite easily, are now pegged back to 3-2. Morby. Hutchinson the scorer. Cleared by Williams. Well, off the head of Carr, and somehow it's contrived to come out to Marsh. Williams once more. What a frantic pace this is being played at. Norris and Tanner. Throw into Chesterfield. And Walters want the referee to act upon something, and he is going to act against Tanner for throwing the ball away. Tanner had the opportunity to throw it to the Chesterfield man and threw it over his head, and that in the referee's eyes is dissent, so he's been booked. Tanner. Here's Wright. He's had a terrible goal game today, Mark Wright. We can count 2 goals down to him for Chesterfield. Corner kick, Liverpool. They're now back in the game, of course. 3-0 down just after half time, and now 3-2, looking for 3-3. It'll be Cosmo with it. Morby. And again Morby. And Burrows straight against Mark Wright. Will not score like that. Well, both sets of fans try to urge their players on. The Liverpool faithful now in full song. Headed away by Cash. That's away by Hibbert. Koshmar once more. A good cross here could spell danger for Chesterfield. It's with Walters. Walters tees it up for Tanner, and Tanner's ball is not good. But Marsh has a chance now. And a great save there from Leonard. Back to Rosenthal, away for the corner kick, and Leonard has pulled off a fine save. And Brian is the first to congratulate him. Redknapp for Liverpool. Still Redknapp. Cleared by Rodgers. Now by Williams. Mulvey. Burrows for Liverpool. Has Walters with him. This is Walters. His crossfield ball. Looking there for Hutchinson. But Brian is too strong. And then Brian ponders a moment too long. And then suddenly it's come to Lancaster. Lancaster for Chesterfield down that right hand side. Can't believe he's got all this space. He won't have the pace to go past Tanner, but he has the opportunity to do well. He was rather held there by Tanner, and the referee rather hesitant to give a decision on that one. In the end, happy that Chesterfield got a throw, I'm sure. Which Williams will take. Lemon wants it short. Here is Lemon, bit of space for him to work in. He plays it back to Williams, straight off Walters, so another throw to Chesterfield. Lemon again is the option, this time he's marked and tackled by his marker Mulvey. Cash. And Chesterfield are onside, a chance here for Lemon, and a great tackle there from Wright, making amends for earlier misdemeanours. And James has missed it. Just a flick to take it over Williams. Cross back in, this time is safer. David James has had anything but a wonderful game today. Rosenthal trying to get past Brian and then pulls the Chesterfield's man short. You could tell that because you could see Brian's undergarments. The referee spotted that. Leonard will take the kick for Chesterfield, the goalkeeper. Free kick to Liverpool. Marsh inside. Hutchinson trying to find Cosmar. He wasn't really interested in that one, was he? So Brian coming across. Hutchinson. And that's to be a goal kick to Chesterfield. Well, what a competitive game this is. 3-2 to Chesterfield, and so little to choose between the two sides now. Certainly not Premier League against third division. That gulf just isn't evident. Hibbert. Lemon. A mite too much time on the ball there. That's probably one of the differences, but Cosma now for Liverpool takes it on. Crashes it against Carr's head, away for a corner kick. He'll have felt that one all right, Cliff Carr. Cosmo whips it in, away by Hibbert. Still Koshmar. Another lovely cross. He has made a lot of difference to Liverpool in this second half, the Hungarian. Now Walters. In a great position here, Walters! Another good save from Leonard. Well, Leonard, a most popular Chesterfield player with the fans, saving his side again. Marsh. Koshmar, the obvious link there to the right. Rosenthal. Marsh into Koshmar. Oh, clever things here from the Hungarian. A great cross there, and Morris is the defending player. They have no answer to this Hungarian Chesterfield. They really are being caught out by him as Liverpool continue to attack down the right, although ironically the corner's from this far side. And Koshmar misses that one completely. Perhaps we're singing his praises a little too loudly. But he certainly has been influential in this second half. We can make no mistake about that. Morris. Koshmar again. Oh goodness, that was an aggressive challenge from Carr. But Liverpool allowed to play on with it. Marsh into the middle there. Rolls out to Mulby. Walters is screaming for it. Walters has it now at the angle. His cross in there towards the middle, and Cash is away for Chesterfield. Koshmar with it. Comes out to Redknapp, and another good save from the Chesterfield goalkeeper Leonard. Down the middle it goes. Right away for Liverpool. Seems to be a handball against Rosenthal. Hebdo for Chesterfield. Carr first time. And Liverpool looking for offside. It's not given. It's Norris. He's in the clear. 4-2. His second of the night for Chesterfield. Their fourth. He can celebrate. Chesterfield can as well. Almost a goal from nothing. Carr's long ball through. Right. A moment's hesitation. It looked to the linesman. But Norris was onside when the ball was played. We won't see the incident where it was played through. We will see the moment that he beats David James with a fierce left-footed drive. And Chesterfield extend their lead. Liverpool 2, Chesterfield 4. Well, this is turning out to be quite some night for Chesterfield Football Club. Now it's a chance for 5 for Chesterfield. Or are we being a little too greedy? Who would have thought 4 goals from Chesterfield at Anfield? Now Marsh. Walters drives it in, he's wide. I don't think those Chesterfield players can quite believe it yet. I'm pretty certain those Liverpool players can't. I think we're going to have a substitution. And it's to be Mick Kennedy. And who's coming off? But 2-goal Dave Lancaster. He's done his job. He's done exactly what his manager wanted from him. He's got 2 goals at Anfield, and for a Lancashire lad, congratulated by Chris McMenemy, he can feel that he's done a good day's work. So 4-4-2 now for Chesterfield. Norris and Morris become the lonesome up front, as they go for a more defensive option, bringing in, of course, Kennedy to midfield. Cosmar. Morris is back there. Covered a lot of grass today, Andy Morris. Hutchinson. Rosenthal back to Hutchinson. And here's Walters. Walters the chance! And Walters has accepted the chance and scored Liverpool's third. Well, Chesterfield were rather mesmerised by the play in front of them. Rosenthal and Hutchinson, and they rather forgot about Walters. And Walters came in and did the job. Williams just losing his man for a moment, and Walters showing some of the class that earned him an England cap a few years ago. But Morris, it could be 5 here. Might still be. Whoa, that was just over there. I think in the end it was Kennedy, his first shot of the game, his first touch of the game. That would have been a fairy tale in a bit, wouldn't it? First touch in the 5th for Chesterfield, but perhaps just not fully warmed up was the reason his shooting sights were not quite on the target. Good. Batting as ever, but Redknapp brings it away. Redknapp, possibly the pick of the Liverpool players. Well, at times he has disappeared. Burrows out to Rosenthal. Rosenthal, the cross in there. Walters, and Hibberd happy to boot it away. It's what Chesterfield can do to keep Liverpool out in these closing stages that matters. 4-3 to Chesterfield. Koshmar. Right. It goes to Burrows. Burrows, the cross in there, and that's on target from Hutchinson, and saved by Leonard. Liverpool have created much better opportunities in this second half than the first. Leonard's been far busier. In fact, I think he took the first half off. He could have afforded to. Could have been down the pub round the corner for all that Liverpool put on his own goal. But in the second half they've been markedly different, and I think that's down to the introduction of the right winger Koshmar. He came on, remember, as replacement for Charnock. Lemon looking for Andy Morris. Chesterfield still going for 5. Morris, Lemon again. This is Kennedy. Lemon once more. The crossfield ball is taken by James. Here he is again. Mr. Koshmar. Hutchinson. Back to the Hungarian. Another cross in there. Headed away by Chesterfield. Carr. Right. Koshmar once more. I think he'll keep it in play, this one. He does, gets the cross in. And that was Cash that headed away for a Liverpool throw. Marsh. All the way through to Lennon. One here for the chase. But Norris is beaten to the chase by Wright. Burrows. Walters and Williams. And Norris has played his last part. He's replaced by Turnbull, an attacking midfielder. Norris is too happy about coming off there, but he's happy enough to applaud those Chesterfield fans who regard him as their favourite. Hibbard. Morris, I think he's offside. There's a fraction in it. Williams. Burrows does well. Walters. And he scored one. Will not score like that though. And that's going to be a free kick. But not given. Shoulder to shoulder, says referee Philip Wright. Which is probably fair enough. Rosenthal. His elves just become telescopes, don't they, whenever the ball comes near him, and this time the free kick does go with Chesterfield, quite rightly. Good header on by Turnbull, but Tanner plays it to Marsh. He's given it away to Carr, and now Chesterfield with the chance. Carr looking for support on his right, it's not there, so he's switching it to the left to Morris, who's offside anyway. Bryan heads it away. Hibbard. Morris. And Hibbard here in the clear. Hibbard has got an opportunity to open things up for Chesterfield. He's still going, Hibbard. Oh, he couldn't get his foot around the ball. He knew what he was trying to do. Great play from Trevor Hibbard. And in the end, the final ball just couldn't be delivered. What a disappointment there for Chesterfield. My word, though, they're still going for the fifth. This has got to be Chesterfield's finest ever performance. Anyway, they just keep coming and coming at the FA Cup holders. And Liverpool, really, I'm not expecting that. I'm sure that at 4-2 they thought Chesterfield might sit back on it, but they're coming for the fifth as Rosenthal goes for Liverpool's fourth and slips. Carr has kicked Cosma accidentally. Marsh. Walters. Tanner. Who's he picked out this time? Well, only Cash. And then Carr's header away to Morris. Look around, says Nick Kennedy, allows Williams to come in there. And that's a first time volley away by James towards Hutchinson. Lemon. Kennedy again. Nice play. Williams. He's still coming, Williams. What a willing runner he is. Williams, oh, he just couldn't play Morris there. Good run there from Williams, but now he's got to get back and defend. Cash has helped him out. Cash now for Chesterfield. They're still coming forward for five. Got some tired legs now, and Chesterfield lingering on the ball just a fraction more than they might do. Koshmar, Morby, Marsh, Koshmar again. A pair of the freshest legs on the park. He only came on at half time. So throw into Liverpool. Koshmar once more. His cross is out of play. right. And there's a free kick there. No, it's not, it's a throw-in. The referee blew his whistle right in the middle of the park and then indicated a throw to Chesterfield on the halfway line, which Carr will take. Just a little into the Liverpool half. Now a chance. Right's come across that, it's going to be a corner. Oh, the referee's given a goal kick for some strange reason. Morris complains. I think he has some justification because that quite clearly came off the feet of Mark Wright. This is Kennedy, the skipper. Well, he's the club skipper, he's not the team captain today, that's Trevor Hibbert. Morgan. Rosenthal to Burrows. Redknapp. Always free if he wants him. He's switched it square to Marsh. His cross there, hanging up. And Leonard has punched it away for Chesterfield, only as far as Rosenthal. Tanner. Mulby. Little looping ball in there. Beaten clear by Cash. Tanner. This is Rosenthal. Liverpool trying to come down the right hand side now. Marsh once more. They're looking for Koshma. Here he is, the Hungarian. Danger every time he touches the ball. But Rosenthal can't do much with that one. Redknapp might though. Onto his left foot. Redknapp. Right. He's pushed up now, Mark Wright. Little header there. From Hutchinson, and it was easily taken by the goalkeeper Leonard. Kennedy. Well, that was Turnbull. And a free kick to Liverpool. Still with Morby. Now it's Redknapp. Is Koshma the target? It is. Cliff Carr holding him back there. Throw into Rosenthal. Look at those arms out again, holding off to Tony Bryan. Tanner. Bit ambitious. Walters now for Liverpool down the left hand side. Another good tackle from Williams. Burrows. Tanner. Now Marsh. Koshma. Got Carr in his way. Left footed cross there. And Wright steals in! And he scored to make amends for earlier blunders, to level the score for Liverpool at 4 apiece. And the man that provided the cross here was Koshma, the Hungarian, and Wright stealing in when it seemed that the ball was going towards Rosenthal. And Liverpool have hauled themselves back to be square at 4 apiece. They've never headed Chesterfield in this game, but they're now all square. Wright the scorer. You can probably put 3 of the Chesterfield goals in part down to him. Carr. Hibbert. Chance here for Rodgers to size things up. But that was always going wide. Been a perky old performance though from Chesterfield. Well, hope Liverpool can't take the lead. They go back to Saltergate, currently at 4 apiece. 4 useful away goals in the bag. And word is reaching us. Chesterfield are the first team to have scored 4 at Anfield since a Manchester United side, which included Best, Law and Charlton, of 1969. That is quite an achievement. Well, that's still got to be verified, but even so, it's an indication of what they've achieved here. And it could be 5. Nobody has scored 5 at Anfield since Derby County before the turn of last century. So that was 1895 or somewhere around there. So an historic old night for Chesterfield as the cross from Cosmar is headed away. 8 goals then here so far, 4 apiece, and defending for Chesterfield now from the corner kick. I don't think anybody really wants this game to end. You can still see Chesterfield getting a 5th. You can certainly see that from Liverpool. Away. Kennedy, the 2 substitutes combining well there. They're the fresh legs in the Chesterfield side. Hibberd looking ahead to Kennedy. And Mulby was back there. Bryan now for Chesterfield. Seemed to be held back there, but the referee was closest man to it, so he allows play to go on. Redknapp. Cash. David James. Oh, we should bring that ball under control. Does. It's cost them 1 goal. I wish for his sake, rather than anybody else's. Morris, well, he looked onside to me. But he's been given an offside. And everybody wants this game to finish all of a sudden. The whistles ring out. It's been 90 energy-sapping minutes of pulsating entertainment. It might not be over yet because here's Marsh. The cross inside the middle there, and it can't be controlled by Hutchinson. So Chesterfield able to poke it away out of play. There it goes. Another Chesterfield throw. And cramp. Now, there's the thing, the first player to get cramp, a Liverpool player. Williams is set off down the right-hand side. Kennedy. Free kick to Liverpool. Certainly the Chesterfield to a stand comes in there and Leonard away, and I think Wilson, him, tired as so many Premier League position, and that's just credit to team at Chesterfield, in particular their manager Chris McMenemy, because they look thoroughly fit and able to go the full 90 with Liverpool. Spirits are high, and they're still competing well. Hibberd, he's had a fine game for Chesterfield, the skipper. But he just couldn't get his men away there. Might even have scored a 5th for them. And I know that Chesterfield have let in 4, and they'll be disappointed that they've lost a 3-goal advantage in this game. But I think even so, tremendous credit goes to the North Derbyshire club. Cash. Offside though against Cliff Carr, the left back. Need to backtrack quickly now. Can't be much time left, and Liverpool know it. And then the referee indicates throw-in. That must be... Well, it can't be from there because the player that played it forward was way back. Oh, well, they know what they're doing out there, presumably. James to Burrows. Comes through to Rosenthal. Chance for him. And inside him is Redknapp. Redknapp's let it go through to Hutchinson. And Hutchinson can score. And somehow off Tony Bryan, off the post and away. The second time Liverpool have hit the woodwork in this half. Well, that sprung from nothing there. Rosenthal so clever. And Redknapp too as the cross comes in. And just as well it did, because that's the end of the game. And Chesterfield have performed heroics by being the first team since the 1960s to score 4 at Anfield, 2 to Norris, 2 to Lancaster. Their supporters applaud and appreciate them. They do the like. Liverpool scoring 4 times too, through Wright, Rosenthal, Hutchinson and Walters. The second leg to come in a couple of weeks' time. That should be something to look forward to. And here at Anfield, Liverpool 4, Chesterfield 4, the 2 goal scorers in front of you.
Hope you enjoyed watching that 8-goal thriller. Now let's hear from a few people who were there that night.
After the match, Dave Lancaster's comment about we expected there to be 8 goals, but we didn't think we'd get 4 of them, made all of the headlines. And also Graham Souness came in, flanked by the Liverpool media officer, and who immediately sort of said, Mr. Souness will only take positive questions tonight, on which comment nobody asked any questions whatsoever. And so the media manager had to get the ball rolling and ask the first question. Great night for the replay, of course. Trevor Hubbard scoring a crackerjack to put Chesterfield ahead again. But then the class of Liverpool came back and they won 4-1 on that night, 8-5 on aggregate. But in a season where there was little cheer as far as league results were concerned, that was a really, really good diversion from being a little bit too close to the bottom of Division 4 at that moment in time during Chris McMenamin's reign. I shall remember it for an awful long time.
I was there that night at Anfield. Well, an amazing night, right on the front row, cheering every goal in. I've been up into my loft, dug out the newspapers. Mirror, shame of Souness. That was the first headline. These were the original papers. Derbyshire Times, simply the best. Got Norris there cheering away. This was my favourite headline of the day. What a cop flop suey. What a night.
One thing I can remember about the game at Anfield is we run a minibus from the New Inn at Newton, about a dozen of us. We called off at the bookies at South Normington. I walked in the bookies and asked him for the odds for Chesterfield to beat Liverpool. He laughed at me, but I can't remember the actual odds that he gave me. So I put the bet on 60 quid. At half time I was thinking, I think it was 3-1 up. And thinking, I can't wait to walk into that bookies and watch the smile off his face. But we ended up drawing, and that's it. But was failed.
I've got great memories of Liverpool 4, Chesterfield 4. I was 21 years old, working in High Wycombe. Got the train from Wycombe into London, and then London up to Liverpool Lime Street. Had a few tins on the way up, and the family met me at Lime Street. drove me across to Stanley Park. We parked the car, left a fiver with some local scallies to look after it, and remember being in the ground, fantastic atmosphere, and the overriding memories when we went 3-0 up. The chap in front of us sort of turned around to us and said, "Lord, if I'm going to go, please take me now." All the best.
Great to hear those memories. Thanks to the fans who sent in their videos. David, who featured in the last video, also kindly emailed some images from the following day's newspapers, which we can take a look at now. We'll end this broadcast by looking at some images from Anfield. Take care and hope you can join us for our next live streaming of a classic match.